Hey guys, welcome back to Treadmill Review Guru. I'm Sydney and today I'm checking out the Bells of Steel Blitz Air Rower. This is a new addition to the Blitz Air Bike 2.0 and the Blitz manual treadmill that we've tested. It also shares a striking resemblance to another rower on the market, but let's dive in and take a closer look at the Blitz Air Rower. Okay, so you might have noticed that the Blitz looks a lot like the Concept2. And as far as construction and performance, the two rowers are extremely similar, maybe practically identical. The Blitz has some nice features though that I will get into, and it's also priced a little bit lower than the Concept2. So its footprint, as it's laid out like this, is 95 inches long, around 24.25 inches wide and 37.5 inches high. It's pretty lightweight at around 90 pounds and it can be moved around when needed. There are two front transportation wheels just underneath the front stabilizer, so you can tip up the back end of the rail to be able to move it around to engage those wheels. And Bells of Steel actually suggests separating the rower into two pieces, so it separates right back here just behind the footboards. So you can split it in two to be able to store it. We don't see why it can't be stored upright. That's how we've been storing ours, and we haven't had a problem. You just need to make sure that you do have a tall enough ceiling to do that. And as far as the frame and the monorail, this is really where the Blitz compares to the Concept2. They have the same design and the same rail length. So the Blitz should accommodate most users of most heights. It accommodates us, and our reviewers range from about 5'1", which is me, to our tallest reviewer is around 6'5". The Blitz does have a 320 pound weight limit versus the Concept2 is a 500 pound weight limit, but it still handles a good amount of weight. And the Blitz is also rated to be used in homes and commercial settings, so we think it definitely should hold up well with a lot of use. The rail also sits up pretty high at around 12 inches, and the seat is around 15 inches high, so it's pretty easy to get on and off of. Rowers that sit pretty low to the floor, like wood water rowers, tend to be a little bit harder for some people to be able to get on and off, especially if you have mobility issues. But speaking of the seat, I really like this seat and I find it to be really comfortable, and especially compared to other rowers. It's not a lazy boy recliner or anything, but compared to other rowers, it really has a nice amount of cushion. It's actually the same seat that's on the Assault Rower Elite, which is one of our favorites. So I think this seat is a really nice addition. And it's about 12 inches wide and 10 inches deep, so it really provides you a good base of support underneath you and definitely a good amount of comfort. So moving on to the pedals and the footboards. The footboards are two separate pieces and they have a nice amount of space in between them, which I think helps for especially beginners, larger users, just to help you not feel squished with the pedals so close together. I think for most people this spacing should work pretty well and be pretty comfortable, because it is for our team. And the pedals adjust to work with different size shoes, and they're compatible to work with athletic shoes. And they also adjust fairly easily and it's pretty standard for a lot of rowers. It's pretty simple to be able to adjust them. And this bottom part down here just clips around your heel to be able to help hold your feet in place. I did notice that when adjusted for larger users, people with larger feet, that the footboards underneath are a little bit shorter than other rowers. So when you have these kind of extended down to the highest size, your heel will kind of hang off the bottom. So over time, this might cause a little bit of damage to the heel clip, just because it is made out of plastic, and I would like to see the footboards just a little bit longer, maybe by a few inches on a future model, just to provide a good longer base of support to push off from. I do love the Velcro straps. So they're nice and thick, and really I personally like seeing Velcro straps on a rower. It's just, they're quick and easy to strap in and out of, and these really feel nice and secure to help keep your feet nice and secure while rowing. The handle is rounded, and I also prefer that too on rowers, and it's lightly padded. It's also versatile, so it has this finger webbing here, so you can do, single arm rowing, be able to just put your fingers in there, and it's like the Concept2. And it should work well for most people. I think, if you maybe have larger hands or larger fingers, you might prefer the more open design that's on the Assault Rower Elite. But as far as length of this handle and size, I really think that it can work well for most size users, especially those with broader shoulders. And it doesn't rotate in your hands, but it does keep your hands in a neutral position while rowing, so it keeps your hands and wrists in alignment. And the handle also has kind of like a little gritty texture that feels pretty grippy, so the handle doesn't feel slippery. And the Blitz is an air rower, so it has this fan back here, a lot like the Concept2, and the fan is the flywheel, and inside this fan are blades, so there are vents on the side that suck in air for those blades to move against, and that gives you resistance. And what connects the handle to the flywheel for you to feel that resistance is this chain drive system. So it has a chain. And one thing with chains is that they can require a little bit more maintenance than belts. They usually require being, lubricated and tightened over time with a lot of use. They also can make some noise. And since this is an air rower, it's not the most quietest, so it's not going to work well in a lot of, in some homes. So just keep that in mind. If noise is an issue for you, I would check out, a magnetic rower or a water rower, because they are quieter. But with an air rower, you get unlimited amount of resistance to pull against, which is really awesome. And with the chain, it has a good amount of tension, so I like how tight it feels. You just get a lot of good tension on the flywheel. And it also, with the amount of tension that it has, it also helps to encourage you a little bit more naturally when you're, out into the recovery, back into the finish. So I really like the tightness of the chain. And with the fan, the Blitz does, as I mentioned, provide an unlimited amount of resistance to row against. So the harder and faster that you pull, the more air that's sucked into the flywheel to give you, more resistance for those blades to move against, thus, giving you more tension. And there's also a damper on the side, and this controls how much air you let into the flywheel, and it gives you a little bit more range to choose from when you're rowing. So level 1 allows in the least amount of air, so those vents kind of close a little bit to give you, you feel a little bit less resistance. And then level 10 opens up those vents completely, so you get the most amount of air, most amount of resistance. So overall, like the Concept2, the Bells of Steel will give you definitely a great cardio workout, and they both, are very similar to use. Especially, I've set them up side by side, closed my eyes, and I really have to think really hard to notice those little differences, like with the seat and all of that. But definitely the seat's comfortable, and I really praise Bells of Steel for that. But Bells of Steel also includes a 5-year warranty for the frame and a 2-year warranty for parts with the Blitz Air Rower. So like most air rowers, the Bells of Steel doesn't require electricity to use. The console is this LCD screen that's battery powered. And once you pull the handle and start rowing, the console turns on. It is adjustable, so I can reach it while I'm strapped in. Some screens and consoles I can't reach while strapped in on other rowers. And it tracks metrics like your time, distance, estimated calories, strokes per minute, total strokes, watts, and heart rate when paired with a compatible heart rate monitor. You can also see the damper setting on the screen, and there are different workout settings to choose from. So if you just start rowing, the console will go to manual mode where you can do your own thing. You can also structure your workouts by choosing from the preset interval settings, and you can customize the intervals too. And you can set targeted time, distance, calories, strokes, and heart rate goals. So all this is standard, but it's really nice to have. So I wish the console was a little bit more streamlined to use. So it just has these 3 buttons at the bottom here to select your workout settings and set custom settings, which makes it a little bit difficult. The console also doesn't have the same amount of functionality and connectivity as the PM5 monitor on the Concept2. You can connect the console to the KinoMap app, but overall we wish it could be used with more apps, and we wish it had just a little bit more functionality. And also, like other rowers, there isn't a place to put your water bottle, but there is this little small ledge that you can put your phone in front of the console. All right, so now I'm going to start rowing on the Blitz Air Rower so you can see and hear in action. But first, if you like this video and find it helpful, give it a like and subscribe to our channel. We review all kinds of fitness equipment so you know exactly what to expect. All right, so I am on the lowest setting on the damper, just setting 1. Also something to keep in mind with the damper being up there is you do have to unstrap. I have to unstrap at least 1 foot to be able to adjust it as I'm rowing, so keep that in mind. Also, I've noticed with this rower, the first stroke feels a little heavy once you get those blades moving, but once, second stroke and as you keep going, it feels consistent. So just keep that in mind. Just wanted to point that out. All right, now let's take it up to setting 5. And the highest setting, which is setting 10. So, as you can see and hear, that fan makes a good amount of noise as well as the chain, but it sounds really comparable to other air rowers, especially the Concept2. Thanks for watching our review of the Bells of Steel Blitz Air Rower. We really like that the Blitz uses air resistance to provide an unlimited amount of tension to pull against. And this rower is also lightweight yet durable to use in most homes and commercial gyms. And the seat is really one of our favorites because it's comfortable and it's well cushioned. And the handle is also comfortable, it's round, and it's versatile. And the console tracks your metrics and allows you to customize your workouts. And the pedals are secure and they're really easy to strap in and out of with the Velcro straps. And the Blitz is very similar to the Concept2, but it's priced a little bit lower to be even more budget friendly. Some things to keep in mind is that the Blitz does make noise, so it isn't best for some homes, and the footboards are a little bit short for larger users, and the console really isn't the most intuitive to use, and it doesn't offer much connectivity to outside apps. Overall though, the Blitz Air Rower is a nice addition to Bells of Steel's lineup of cardio equipment, and we like that it is well constructed and affordable. To see even more details that I wasn't able to fit into this video, head over to treadmillreviewguru.com. We have a full written review of the Blitz Air Rower there. And to see the current price, you can check the link in the description. Purchasing through this link helps us out so we can keep making reviews like this for you. And if you find this video helpful, give it a like and subscribe to our channel. We work to review all of the latest fitness equipment so you can make informed buying decisions. I'm Sydney at Treadmill Review Guru. I'll see you next time.